Hey, good evening, everybody. My name's Emmett Yael, and I'm running for Congress in Congressional District 5. I am opposing Catherine Clark, who is using our tax dollars to fund and facilitate genocide in Gaza. So the campaign is working on this platform of ceasefire now, permanent ceasefire now in Gaza. We're working on U.S. aid no more U.S. aid to Israel, AIPAC out of Congress, and immediately rush aid into Gaza and hold all countries complicit in genocide accountable. The first part of the campaign that we really need all folks hands on deck is a signature drive. So in order to get on the ballot, we need over 2,000 certified good pure signatures that we're gonna double that count just in case. So we're trying to get 4,000 signatures to make sure that my name, Emmett Yael, goes on to the ballot running against Catherine Clark. And we're trying to make sure that we stand against genocide and anyone facilitating it by getting 4,000 signatures. So the first thing we have to do is canvass, is ask people to sign. So I'm gonna ask our signature drive coordinator, Patrick Keeney, to talk a little bit about how to do that.
All right, and one thing I want to just emphasize right at the outset is this is work that you can do in conjunction with all the great organizing that's already happening around liberation in Palestine. The goal here is to help build your movement and to have the effects of this last beyond just the election that's coming up in September, right? So the signature drive is basically you going out into your community and collecting signatures from voters to say that, you know, we want Emmett on the ballot against Catherine Clark. And the way we do it is with this. It's a nominating petition. It's on a legal size piece of paper, which I have on a legal size clipboard. It's perfectly okay to advertise to people what you're doing. But what we are doing is getting people to sign their name and their address here on the petition so that we're telling the town clerks that these people support Emmett's candidacy. They want Emmett to be on the ballot come September. The other blank that's important on this petition is this one at the bottom that says only registered voters of, blank city or town are signing this petition. You need to have a separate petition for each town in the district when you're out collecting. We turn these in, for example, Emmett and I collected signatures in Belmont the other day. So you want to get a bunch of Belmont voters on there and turn it into the Belmont Town Hall, and those clerks will go through and tell us which signatures are good and which are bad. But if someone comes up to you from Watertown, which happened a couple of times because that's the town next door, it's also in the district, but you don't want to put a Watertown signature on a page that has a bunch of Belmont ones because it will get thrown out. You start a new sheet at that point, right? So this one would say Belmont, and you just say, okay, you'll have a couple of sheets on your clipboard, ideally. And you say, let me get you on my Watertown sheet. So that's important. None of these other pieces of the petition are really important for you all. It's really those blanks where they sign and where they put their address. If people give you a chicken scratchy type signature that's hard to read, you can always ask them to print their name in the space that remains next to the signature. You can also ask them just to print their name. The Secretary of State's office told us that they're accepting just a written, a handwritten, you just write out, instead of signing, you can just print your name, and they're accepting that. So that's another strategy to make sure we're getting as many good signatures as we can. So we're gonna do a quick role play of how this works. I'm gonna ask Emmett, and the script you'll see is pretty basic. We're trying to just get people thinking with our opening. So I'll say something like, hey, if you have a second, I'm collecting signatures for my friend who's running for Congress, right? Emmett's all our friend. Everybody can say that. Or if you got a second, we have a candidate for Congress running on a ceasefire platform. Can you sign our petition, right? Anything like that that gets them thinking or stops them in their tracks a little bit. Some people are going to say right off the bat, no, I'm good. I don't have time for that. But most people would be curious, oh, really? And they'll stop, and then you can go into your rap a little bit more. Yeah, we need a ceasefire. The current rep, Catherine Clark, supports genocide in the Middle East, right, in Palestine, and we want to make sure that we have a voice opposing that in the upcoming election, right? Something along those lines to get people to understanding what we're doing here. One other thing, like a detail that you'll want to know is the only good signatures are going to come from Democrats, enrolled Democrats, and unenrolled voters, what some people call independent voters. Republican signatures will not count. So if you want to ask people as they're signing, there aren't a ton of Republicans in this district, but there are some. Once you start talking about ceasefire, maybe the Republicans don't want to sign. But just so you know, if someone says, if they're like, oh, I'll sign, but they're Republican, it's like, it's not going to count. So, and that, we're not wasting time with Republicans or Zionists or anyone who's like, well, I've heard, Hamas is really a bunch of terrorists. Like, we're not spending time trying to persuade people. We do not have that luxury. We have a matter of weeks to get these 4,000 signatures. So we'll do the persuasion later, get your signatures, get them into your town hall. So we'll do a quick role play of this just to give you guys a sense of how it works. Hey, my friend is running for Congress. Do you have a second to sign this petition? I'm trying to get him on the ballot.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Who's your friend? What are they running for?
Well, so it's Emmett Yael, Watertown resident, so in the Congressional District 5, and he's running on a platform of permanent ceasefire now in Palestine.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, no, that's really important to me. Let me sign.
All right,
Where do
cool.
I sign?
If you'll just sign here, and you can sign it, and then if your signature's hard to read, just print your name in the space after it.
All right, got that. Do I need to fill out these boxes? Or?
No, just put your street address where you're registered to vote in that blank there. And you don't have to put the town and the zip code, just the street address and apartment number if you have one.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. And if you want to get involved in our campaign, give us your phone number and we'll be sure to stay in touch.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
Cool. It's a good thing you brought that extra piece of paper to put it on.
Yeah. If someone's super enthusiastic, it's always fair, right? We're doing movement building at the same time. If someone is really excited to sign your petition, they're excited that you're out there doing this, get their name, make sure they're part of your organizing in the future. Now Emmett's going to do the other one. I'll be the Trumpy uncle in this one.
Hey, how's it going? Do you have a second to sign a petition? We're trying to get my friend on the ballot to run for Congress.
A petition, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your friend all about?
My friend's name is Emmett Yael, and he's running on a platform of permanent ceasefire now in Gaza.
Oh, no. I support Joe Biden, and I think what Israel's doing is fine.
You're a weird Republican for supporting Joe Biden, but in general, if they're just kind of like, I'm not gonna do this, like, or even if they're getting like a little like, oh, like I have feelings, you just, okay, have a nice day, thank you so much, and you can even just turn and walk away. So, and on that note, I just did want to like make a note of when we're going out, like, you're free to go out when and however you can, and however many times you can is super appreciated. But, I do just want to stress, and so do we all, that, like, safety first. Like, if you feel unsafe, walk away. If you're going out to an area and you're going by yourself, we just encourage you to, like, let someone in your town know where you're going, roughly when you're imagining you're going to be done, and just, like, a check-in plan for, like, if those things don't align, what do you want to do next? So we just did want to mention that. But other than that, just, signatures. Let's get some signatures. Let's put ceasefire on the ballot. Let's oppose genocidal candidates.
And just so y'all can see, that's what the final result is. Just a name and a street address, and that's good right there. The clerk will look and make sure Emmett's living at that address and registered Democrat or unenrolled. And then they'll put a little check next to the name, and they'll fill out the warden precinct information. This is all we're collecting right here: name, street address. And then right in the town, I'll write in Watertown, so it's 100% complete and accurate. But that's what you want at the bottom. Watertown. Okay? I think we're done.
Yeah, thank you so much, y'all. I just signed my own petition to put myself on the ballot for a ceasefire with y'all in this YouTube room. So, yeah, thanks for being involved. Thanks for watching. We're excited to go with you. The campaign, in general, all of our information is Ceasefire CD5 and all of our like social media, as well as like in the Gmail, it's ceasefirecd5@gmail.com. And other than that, if you know folks who really want to like get involved and volunteer, right now you can go to emmettyael.com and your friends can sign up as volunteers. We'll reach out to them and we'll keep building this movement. So thanks so much.
Peace.
Have a great night.